Hello, ladies and gamers, and welcome back to another epic episode of the Pink Portal Podcast. My name is Yalk, and I'm here with Mada, and today we're going to be talking about Slazher, Lucille, and Kyle. Would you like to say anything before I just go straight into it?
What's up, guys? I don't know.
Thanks. That really added to the conversation. So, So we got a little bit of a rogues gallery here tonight. I mean, I guess Wednesday at noon is when people will be watching this. Actually, only I will be the one watching the premiere. People will watch this after it premieres. But
Whenever they want.
whenever they want. We know you guys you got busy lives. Watch whenever you want. We appreciate every little view we get. So the first character here we have Mr. Slazher. The
Z is important.
The Z is very important. It really binds his characters together. Would you like to give us a little rundown of Mr. Slazher here?
Oh, sure, no problem. Well, Slazher, once again, the J is very important there. Don't forget that. Slazher was not even related to Jess and Morty at the beginning. See, I had conceived of this guy as a parody of 90s anti-heroes. And so my idea was that he'd be a parody and that this would kind of be a side project, and then I just throw all the tropes together and see what happens. So, I mean, he's kind of basically like, I don't know if anyone here likes DC and Superman and stuff. He's kind of a Lobo type character. He's your typical soldier of fortune, anarchist type who just goes around causing trouble, slashing everything. He's an alien super soldier who he's also genetically altered, so we can say a mutant alien super soldier who is bound to a contract with Miss Lucy, who we will be discussing in further detail later. So I think I covered all the tropes there. And yeah.
He's a wacky dude.
He's your typical kind of Gen X anti-hero with a misspelled name. And he has chainsaws for arms, which I believe was inspired by Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. So
yeah, but the thing is, both his arms are chainsaws, and it's very ineffective to do anything.
And that's the thing. His condition is debilitating. Like, I mean, he has all these cool weapons, he has this cool motorcycle, and he struggles to actually get by doing these day-to-day tasks. So, really, I see the story of Slazher as an inspirational one, that he manages to get up every day and do all his slashing and his anarchy and whatnot, despite having chainsaws for forearms.
What a guy.
I know, this Sigma male.
He's built different.
Pretty much.
Here's a little Slazher lore for you. I know all you guys definitely read the stuff I write out, but Slazher is actually Ted's brother, if you didn't know that. Little brother, to be precise.
So you can't tell. There's a lot of mutation and chainsaws and demonic contracts in there, so it's like you can't really tell, but they're brothers. They're bros.
Yeah, because Ted is actually voiced by Wayne "The Rock" Johnson, and we thought the perfect voice for Slazher would be Vin Diesel, obviously,
Oh, of course.
Family, and whatnot, So, family, now laugh. So, Mr. Slazher, he was in a war, a big old war. Your run-of-the-mill anti-hero war. He got repelled to Earth, where he met Miss Lucille, and she hooked him up with some chainsaw arms, and now he rides the world slashing.
Actually, the backstory there, I'm particularly proud of the war part. I thought that there's this planet that's divided into two countries, based on its hemispheres, and they've been fighting each other for longer than anyone remembers, and so it's become a game at this point. And Slazher's kind of originally, before his slashing days, he's kind of roped into this as kind of a gladiator type thing, and so that's another little bit of edginess to his character that I think really really helps.
Mm-hmm. And then it turned out the whole they stopped the war thing, and he didn't know what to do after that. You know, he was made to slash, but what are you gonna do when you can't slash no more?
Oh yeah, I mean his main goal is to slash.
Yeah. So he went to Earth and he killed Kingpin and got a very XXL motorcycle.
Nah, see, that's an important distinction there. This is the legally safe version, the linchpin,
Non copyrighted.
non-copyrighted, large, heavy-set mafia don, who happened to have a very big motorcycle that would accommodate Slazher's relative size.
It just so happened to be able to be controlled by chainsaw arms, which was also oddly convenient.
Well, my thought is that, like with the motorcycle, he's got the holes in the chainsaws, and he could kind of like hold on to the handles, with the holes, but it's awkward, and it looks as awkward as one can imagine.
Oh, the poor guy.
He tries.
He tries, and when he's not slashing, he likes to crash in and check on his bro, who is still unemployed, by the way. He has not found any jobs, and he is still laying in grandma's house all day.
He's working on it.
He's working on it. Grandma's like, "Have you found a job yet?" He's like, "I'll do it tomorrow. My brother's here."
I threw out my back, woman. Well, I guess that about slashes it.
That about slashes it up, So, Miss Lucille, this is an interesting story. You actually had the idea first, but I came in and helped with this character.
Well, yeah, and to kind of clarify there, it's like, I mean, yeah, for the longest time, I had wanted to adapt Rick and Morty's version of the devil in Jess and Morty as kind of a girl their age, because that kind of be relevant, kind of be hip, kind of be cool. But it was you, I think, who said, "Hey, why don't we take the design for the unnamed girlfriend from the Vat of Acid episode in season 4 and turn her into the devil here."
Yeah, not actual devil. There's a lot of claims for that title. She's she's just an imposter.
Well, that's my thought, is like some kind of Mephisto type deal where it's like, oh yeah, I'm totally the devil, guys, and it's like she's got a lot of power, but it's like, I mean, no, nothing absolute.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it was around, oh, when did I make that? It was around July of last year when you were like, "Hey, I want to do something with like this devil character," and I'm like, "Well, here at Pink Portal Enterprises, we take the silent background characters and
We crank them out.
we give them personality. We've done it with Grandma, did it with Holly and Grace. Might as well do it with unnamed Rick and Morty character." So I whipped up I whipped up that concept art. The fun, the funniest thing is she's supposed to have that red streak in her hair, and you always draw the red streak,
Mm-hmm.
but I always forget to add the red streak. And I think the thumbnail I made for this video, she doesn't have the red streak in her hair
Oh
either.
no.
And when I made Alien Heck, I just reused that asset that I had already created. So she does not have the red streak in her hair either. But but Kyle, on his shirt, he has the picture of Lucy's face, and in that one, I did put the red streak in it. So there's some continuity error there.
Well, it's Lucy does what she wants. Some days maybe she wants the streak. Some days maybe she doesn't. I mean, the whole, uh, the whole, I got to be honest here. I don't speak French. I think it's like raisin, d'atre. I mean, I probably just did not say that right. But the whole point of her character is that, she's kind of got this Ayn Randian rational self-interest ideology to her. So she does what she wants. Like Slazher, but more refined.
Yeah. We don't know what she sounds like, but we thought she'd sound like a very cool, quiet, like Catwoman-y voice where she's like,
like out of place Gen X goth girl is kind of what we're going for here, but like just someone very intelligent.
mm-hmm. What is evil, Jessica? Tell me. Hmm. Hmm.
Then in a lot of ways, I think she's really become Jessica's arch nemesis.
Mm-hmm. After Annie got launched into space, she came to fill the role. She's there.
What a gal!
What a gal. Yeah, so Lucille.
And so she runs her realm there, always trying to make new personalities on Earth and trying to trick people, and Jess and Morty always get involved, and like we said earlier, Slazher is bound by contract. He's kind of a mercenary when she needs him.
Mm-hmm. If you need any bounty hunting done, just call up Lucille Evil Incorporated, and she'll get her best man on the job. You only have to give her a limb. What a deal!
Man, what a steal!
What a steal, It's like, do you have an arm you don't want? I would get one of my arms replaced with a chainsaw, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, I'd be
Maybe
slashing
not
up
both. Yeah, maybe not both, but
yeah, that'd be a little hard.
yeah. I mean, hey, he manages though.
He does. What a guy.
Oh boy, are we?
We should
going
do a
on
counter for every time I say "what a guy."
We should. You should put that on the screen, which you probably won't in the editing phase.
Yeah, editing Clay. Do not put the numbers on the screen. Just don't.
Just don't bother.
Don't bother. But yeah, that sums up Lucy pretty good. She's just Jesse Nemesis. So I guess the last one here we have is Kyle.
Oh, man.
Where do we even start with Kyle? Oh geez. Well, I guess I should give you the context of how Kyle came into existence. Imagine October of 2020. The hottest game on the market was Among Us. Yeah, believe it or not, this character comes from Among Us, but it was like one night and me and Adam were playing Among Us back when,
Sorry to
yeah.
everyone listening.
I'm sorry if you had to hear that we were playing Among Us. And we were we were in we were in like the lobby waiting for people to come, and I think it was just me and you, and this random guy joined, and his name was Demon Boy, and or something like that. And me being the and me and Adam just messing around. I'm like, Demon Boy, do you work for Lucy? This is like some random kid playing this game at like 11 o'clock at night or something. And he's like, who? And then he started going like, oh yeah, Lucy's my girlfriend. I love Lucy. Blah, 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 blah. And that was the inspiration for Kyle. So, random guy who was playing Among Us about, oh, what is 8 months ago? 8 or 9 months ago. You got a character in the Jess and Morty cinematic universe. Do you feel happy? You should be.
What a guy.
What a guy. But anyways, that crazy evolved into Kyle, and Kyle is a simp. He's just a little demon who works for Lucy. And he gets paid in bathwater. That shows how much of a simp is. He's treated terribly, but he doesn't care because he gets to work for his queen.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no OSHA compliance down there. It's like
Yeah.
just pits of fire, no railing. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. He lives off of dollar store ramen and Doritos and Mountain Dew. And he wears a very distasteful shirt that says top patron of Lucy with her face slapped on it that he wears to work.
Well, that was sort of our thought there, is that like, okay, so far we've had, Lucy, this ultra terrestrial, deal maker, kind of, like I said, Mephisto type, and she has this mercenary she hires out occasionally, Slazher, and then so we're like, well, why don't we give her a whole realm with a whole nightmarish corporate bureaucracy to it? So she's made a whole business out of screwing people over.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle is a cog in that machine, but he considers himself the best cog and the cog closest to his queen.
Which is, it's true. I mean, I'd say in the pyramid scheme that's running, he's probably like right underneath Lucy and Slazher. He's probably the most used of the cogs, probably.
I mean, he's basically secretary, yeah.
Yeah, he's basically. Imagine he would, if someone tried to call Lucy, he would probably say, she's not here right now. Just because he wouldn't want anyone trying to compete for her love,
Oh yeah, plus she's got to make that bathwater, sell it.
Uh, what have we created, Adam? I
I
think
don't
we've
even
created
know.
quality content,
I want to call it that.
if you want to call it that. But yeah, those are the three little wacky characters we created, and I think it's funny because I get so used to seeing our version of Lucy that when I see the actual show version, I'm like, who is that? Like I forget what she looks like. It's like her and Grandma. It's like when I see the actual version, like show versions of them, I'm like, is that what they look like?
And we're pretty confident that they're not going to come back, so that's what
Yeah.
we're kind of on here.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they don't ruin everything. But at this point, I think we've shoved too much lore into them that we can't get rid of them. So they're here to stay no matter what happens. I'll have to find the person who made it and link them in the description of this video, but Adam sent me a picture the other day, and someone had made like this Rick and Morty OC. And like I said, I'd gotten so used to Lucy's design that she made this character who looked just like Lucy. And I'm like, no way, that looks just like Lucy. And then I'm like, your character reminds me of the glasses girl, and she's like, she looks nothing like her. And I'm like, well, true. I'm so used to seeing instead of glasses girl. The public just wouldn't understand.
Probably just a coincidence. You probably shouldn't have barked
I
up
shouldn't
that
have said
tree.
it. I think Adam told me not to say anything, but I did anyways. Oh well. This is a certified clay moment.
Indeed.
Oof. But yeah, those are the wacky adventures that happen with those characters. You got anything else you'd like to add, Mr. 64? Anything to wrap us up?
Slash on, my dudes.
Slash on, my dudes. What should we talk about next week?
Oh gosh, weren't we gonna start getting into the half and half?
Oh, we should talk about the Avengers.
Oh yeah, well, I guess I could ask you some questions there.
Yeah, you should, because I know a lot of people, when they think of Jess and Morty, they're like, oh, but what about the Avengers? That's the first thing that pops in their head, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Of course. So tune in next week. Tune in next week when we'll talk about the Avengers, and then we will go immediately back to talking about Jess and Morty. All right. Everyone have a good day. I will see you later.
We love you guys.
Thanks for watching. The 7 people. No, I wouldn't even say 7. The 2 people who made it to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. Bye.